What's up guys, this is Yasin, and as you can probably tell, this is not a pre-recorded video, but I just came back from YCS Providence, Rhode Island. Right now, actually, it's been like less than 10 minutes since I came back from like a 7-hour drive, and it was a great YCS. I had a lot of fun. Honestly, huge shoutouts to everyone that I met and everyone that I got to interact with, even though I've only stayed for 6 rounds of the YCS. I didn't scrub out or anything. I actually started off being 3-0, and then I lost to Ruben because I didn't play perfectly against him, so that was pretty rough on me. And after that, I mean, I won round 5, and then I lost round 6, and that was a 4-2, and I decided not to play it out because that would be 5 more rounds of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I already kind of had a burnout, and also I didn't really like my deck all that much, but if it was Crystron, it probably would have, you know, it would have been a different story, and I probably would have played Crystron for like 5 more rounds, maybe, I don't know. But Reizo Mitsurugi, that was the deck that I played. Of course, everybody at this point already knows because I was on the feature match, and I will probably make like an in-depth video on like my YCS tournament experience probably tomorrow or something. I'm not sure yet. But anyways, this video is going to be about the new price support for moving forward, and I'm just going to give you guys my brief thoughts on if this is, you know, a step into the right direction or not, because a lot of people have been talking about this, and it definitely does seem very promising. Alrighty, so moving forward, everyone who actually makes it to day 2 is going to be getting a prize card that will have, I mean, it's going to be one prize card from a pool of 10 cards. This is for anyone that makes it to day 2, which is insane. This is very similar to like what happens in Pokemon, where you don't even have to like top the event. Just making day 2 is actually prestigious. And now you can actually start bragging about your day 2s, because before this, there was no real difference between like scrubbing out in day 1 and scrubbing out in day 2. But now, even if you have like a score that cannot realistically top the event, you can still get away with something that can get some of your money back, which does matter. And also, some of these cards, they're pretty interesting, either like competitively speaking already right now, or in like other formats, or in like really cool archetypes, or they could be good in the future. So for example, Cyber Dragon, I mean, that's just a classic card, so it makes a lot of sense. Blue Eyes White Dragon, I mean, it's not like a good card, but it's still played in a good deck, so it makes sense that it's there, so this will still be a chase card. Blackwing Gale the Whirlwind is very good in Edison, same with Charge of the Light Brigade, and then Caesar is actually good right now, so if you can get it, then you can definitely sell it for some nice value. Obviously, Caesar and Blue Eyes are these 2 cards, so obviously they're going to be worth quite a lot. Gaga Magician is kind of a weird one. I don't really think it's going to have like too much value, but maybe once we get to the new Go whatever cards in Duelist Advance. Desires is like a staple that's always going to have like some form of value if it has like a unique art to it or something, or at least like the stamp of the YCS, which is what we have right now, which is how these cards actually get value, because if it's just like a different rarity, I don't think people are going to care too much. But if there's like a stamp that says, this prize card has been obtained at YCS X blah 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 blah, then it's going to be worth even more money, because now there's only like a limited amount of them in the world. So if you're trying to collect all of them, it's going to be significantly harder. So I think this is what they should do, but also they should have like less random cards, like Dante, Shadow Fusion, Gaga Magician. It's cool and all, and also the Rival Cyrus Adagnister. I have no problem about like against these cards, but they're not really played in like alternate formats. So yeah, if we can have like more Edison staples, Goat staples, and also modern staples, that would be absolutely fantastic, because they're always going to have some value, like I said. Fantastic. I've been saying this for quite a hot minute. Same with Rogue Hero. He's also been saying that there should be a prize support for people who make it to day 2. So this is beautiful to look at. I really am happy with this. Now we're obviously not done, because now simply for going top 16 or top 32 in an event, you will also be getting some additional prizes. So for top 32, for this season at least, or the upcoming one, you will be getting this one right here. So Card Trooper, which looks to be a special alternate art, because this Card Trooper, as we can see, it kind of has like I don't know, it looks like it's in space or something with like a gray background. I do not believe that Card Trooper has like a grayish background right now. It's like a black something background. I mean, it's technically the same background, but the sky does not appear to be... Yeah, the sky is like really dark in the real artwork. So this is definitely very interesting, and I'm looking forward to see how this Card Trooper will like translate in terms of how much value it will have. I think because of the fact that it's somewhat of an Edison staple, I mean it's really good in that format. It'll definitely have value for pretty much forever. But apart from that, I mean, it is what it is, right? It's just Card Trooper. So I still think it's going to be worth maybe $100, which is great. I mean, I'm not complaining about that. But at the very least, it's, if anything, it's actually more than the mat. So now you're not just going for a win-a-mat, you're winning this, you're winning like one of the 10 prize cards, and also you're getting the mat and the glory from topping a YCS, which is what really matters. Now, the effect veiler is definitely a really big one, and they have the potential of making more interesting things in the future. So this is, like I said, the reason why I say that this is a step into the right direction is because they can easily work from this foundation and make it even better every single time. So now there's a Veiler for top 16. Imagine in the future we get better cards than Veiler, because Veiler is one of the weaker hand traps. It's a good hand trap, but it's not one of the best. Imagine if we have like a special Molchemiforos, special Ash, special Imperm, special Dominus Impulse. That's gonna be kind of crazy. Imagine if you get like the absolute best Dominus Impulse when it's already super expensive. So because the card already has some value. So if on top of that, you make it even better by having like a special artwork of it, easily could reach like $200-300, super easily. So now just making top 16 at the very least refunds like all the food and all like those kinds of expenses that you had to like also, you know, incorporate to your trip. But obviously it's not gonna pay for like your flight and your hotel. Maybe the other prizes, if you combine everything, maybe, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much money these cards will be. And by the way, the reason why a lot of people, they keep wanting, they actually want value off of the prize that they want is not necessarily because they're trying to make a living out of playing Yu-Gi-Oh, but at least break even when they go for, you know, when they travel for events. And this is something that I think Konami has a lot of control over. And one of the best ways to do it is by making the entry prize even better. And that's actually something that I've been saying for quite a while. This new pricing support, it doesn't necessarily address that, I guess, problem, but it's definitely something that could be done in the future. If you look at the YCSs in Japan, if you can, it's a stupid system because it's a lottery system. So the last YCS, there was like 32,000 players that signed up for YCS Tokyo, and obviously, only 8,000 were able to play. But if you are actually able to like make it in the lottery system, your entry prize is insanity. It's extremely good. It's so broken that I actually think, if anything, it's like better than any of the prize support that we got in Top Cut right now, other than like maybe the prize card and the Steam Deck. But apart from that, everything else doesn't really have too much value. But these prize cards, they definitely should be able to make a lot of your money back, which is good. And again, if you can at least not lose too much money when you travel to YCSs, what this will do is that it'll incentivize people to go to YCSs more often, which of course gives this game more exposure. It's a great marketing tactic, it's great for Konami, and it's great for people who are trying to go to events as well. So honestly, this is just like a win-win situation, and I'm not gonna lie, Konami should have done this since day one, because Lorcana, One Piece, whatever, their pricing is insanely broken. So if we can have something that at the very least like matches them, then we won't be like too far behind. And when I say we, I'm talking about like Yu-Gi-Oh, Konami, whatever. I don't work for them, but you understand what I'm trying to say. There are no extra prizes for top 8, but the Steam Deck is worth quite a lot of money, and that one will for sure reimburse like your hotel and stuff like that, unless you're that kind of guy who can't go on like anything other than like a 5-star hotel on your own. But that's another story for another day. Flights, obviously, if you're doing like a domestic flight, it shouldn't be too expensive. But if you're like me, you live in Canada and then you're trying to fly to the US, flights are so stupid expensive that I actually try to boycott that country as much as possible, because I could actually change continents sometimes. It's really stupid. I'm not joking. If I can drive, like for example, again, Providence is literally 7 hours of drive, if not less than, you know, for me. So that's perfect. But I don't ever want to spend too much money playing, you know, tournaments and stuff. So that's the reason why these new prizes, they're absolutely fantastic for me. So yeah, like I said, step into the right direction. Konami is making some big moves, and I also really appreciate what they're doing also when they're concluding their YCSs. So before they were announcing like ban list at the end of the YCS, and now it's like extra news concerning new pricing and stuff like that. They should be doing this every single YCS, so that there's always like an incentive to, you know, stick around in the live stream, which again will also boost in viewer engagement, because now people actually have a reason to tune in to watch the live stream, which obviously gives the game more publicity, more coverage, exposure, etc., which is, like I said, a fantastic thing. But yeah, you guys let me know how you feel about this new pricing structure in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.